Endeavor buy-in. 33 hex bar deadlifts, 33 line facing burpee, 33 med ball sit-ups. Each team will assign each of the 3 athletes to perform one of the 3 different exercises. At the start, one athlete performs 33 deadlifts. Upon completion, another athlete performs 33 burpees. Upon completion of that, the last athlete performs 33 sit-ups before the team may advance to Station 1. Hex bar deadlifts. The athlete stands inside the hex bar before grabbing the low handles of the bar and pulling it into full extension. Once the athlete's standing with shoulders stacked over the hips and knees, the rep is complete. Line facing burpee. The athlete starts facing the line from a standing upright position, then must get their chest and thighs flat to the ground where their head must be completely behind the line. When getting flat to the ground or back up, athletes may jump both feet or step 1 foot at a time. The rep is completed once the athlete jumps or steps over the line. Med ball sit-ups. With the athlete laying on the floor, soles of their feet touching each other, they reach back touching the ball to the floor behind them and sit up to make contact with the toes to complete the rep. If the feet leave the floor, that will result in a no rep. If the ball does not touch the floor or toes, that will result in a no rep. Once the buy-in is complete, the teams may advance to station number 1. Sandbag run. The sandbag is picked up by the team and carried the required distance before being placed at the drop zone and exiting the station. Each team is required to carry 1 sandbag, which can be carried by anyone on the team and carried by multiple team members at once if desired, with each teammate completing the run. The sandbag can be carried however chosen as long as it is not dragged on the ground. Cargo net crawl. Each teammate will pass underneath a series of cargo nets that are pulled out tight across the ground. Each teammate will pass under all cargo nets together before exiting the station. 100 single arm dead stop kettlebell cleans. The kettlebell is pulled from the ground to a front rack position where the hands are in front of the collarbone and the kettlebell is resting on the forearm. Kettlebells must make contact with the ground, and once the athlete is standing in full extension with the kettlebell in the front rack, the rep is complete. 100 single arm dumbbell shoulder to overhead. The dumbbell is held at the shoulders, hand below the ears. A press, or push jerk is allowed, but the finished position must be achieved, standing with the feet in line at full extension of the hips and knees with a fully locked out overhead position. Front carry. The bucket will be picked up by one person from the team and carried before being placed at the drop zone and exiting the station. The bucket must be held and carried in front of the body to advance. Placing on the shoulders is prohibited. The resting partners walk behind the working partner and can switch as often as they like, but can only advance with one person carrying the bucket. If a walking partner obstructs the other participants, the team will be forced to return to the start line. Lunge walk. During each lunge, the rear knee must touch the ground and lunges must be carried out using alternate knees. You cannot take any steps in between repetitions. However, you may stop after each lunge with both feet on the ground if you prefer this to a continuous lunge. The athlete's foot must completely cross all finishing lines, with the radius division keeping contact with the head with both hands while lunging in order to advance. The rad may keep their hands down. Any violations will receive a warning, and a second warning will result in returning to the start line. Burpee broad jump. Begin in an upright position with hands placed behind the starting line, close to the feet. Perform a burpee, ensuring the chest touches the ground. Jump forward with both feet taking off and landing simultaneously. Feet must not pass the position of where the hands were placed when standing up. No shuffled steps. Do not step forward or shuffle between burpees and jumps. Starting position for the next burpee begins with hands placed no more than 1 foot length away from the landing position of the feet. Resting partners walk behind the working partner and may switch as often as the team likes. Dead ball bear crawl. Starting on all fours behind the start line, the athlete must have 1 foot and 1 hand on the ground at all times as they crawl behind their dead ball that is pushed past the finish line. The dead ball must remain on the ground from start line to finish line. The resting partners walk behind the working partner and may switch whenever the team desires.